What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Dylan Matthews back at it again with another hometown take. Today I'm talking about the Atlanta Falcons because it's training camp time, y'all. Atlanta Falcons training camp officially underway. I know they had the early reports yesterday, but everybody, the veterans and everybody, reported today. So you know I gotta come on here and just talk a little about NFL training camp, Atlanta Falcons training camp, to be exact. So we got a couple news and notes. We got a signing as well. Not huge, so not a lot happened today, but I still, day one of training camp, I wanted to come on here and talk to y'all at least a little bit. So we'll get into all that, but before we do that, make sure you like this video, comment your thoughts, subscribe to the channel, check out the link down below. To buy me a coffee to help fuel this channel, help fuel the Atlanta Falcons to a great regular season. Also, turn on your notification bells because you don't want to miss my content as soon as I drop it. So make sure you don't miss a single video or live stream with your notification bell turned on. You dig? All right, guys. So training camp day one in the books. And we signed defensive tackle Darrion Daniels. He hasn't really done much. I think he's really just going to be a training camp body. Could end up on the practice squad. He played 4 games for the San Francisco 49ers back in 2020. Did not start any games and really didn't have any stats, y'all. So that's the bio on Darrion Daniels. He'll be a training camp body, probably make the practice squad, maybe. We'll see. So there you go. I was like, oh, he might replace what Eddie Goldman was supposed to be. Probably not even that. Anywho, there you go. Atlanta Falcons have signed Darrion Daniels. They even made it official. They announced it on their Twitter earlier today. Otherwise, Arthur Smith, Marcus Mariota, Desmond Ridder all talked to the media today for a little bit. Arthur Smith said, it was a good first day. There's a lot of competition going around pretty much at every position, which we know. Obviously, there's an open quarterback competition, which we'll talk about in a second. There's a whole lot of competition with the wide receivers on the offensive line, with Jermaine Ifedi, if he's going to take Jalen Mayfield's spot, or if they're going to move Caleb McGarry inside. Is Caleb McGarry going to start? There's a lot going. Matt Hennessy, there's a lot going on as far as competition on the offensive line. At wide receiver, inside linebacker. We know Debo, I don't think, is participating in any practices, but Rashaan Evans, is he going to start? Where is Mykal Walker going to be in on the fold? A lot of competition. Nick Kwiatkowski, Troy Anderson, who I think is going to start off on special teams but play later on, maybe start later on in the year. So competition at linebacker. There's a lot of competition here with the Atlanta Falcons. So there'll be a lot to watch during training camp and the preseason. So just talked about there's a lot of healthy competition going around, and Marcus and Desmond are, both looking very good to start, and there you go. So that was really all the takeaways from Arthur Smith, Desmond Ridder, and Marcus Mariota talked as well. And they talked about how there is a quarterback competition, but they both want to make sure it's a healthy quarterback competition. And, they're not cheering when somebody or when the other one does bad. But Marcus Mariota said that he is letting Desmond Ridder absorb anything he wants to absorb. He's kind of taking him under his wing. Any questions that he has, he's answering. So Marcus Mariota, one of the ultimate professionals, and you hear from anybody, he's just one of the truly, truly genuine, nicest guys on earth. And I know that's kind of a cliche, but he really is a nice stand-up dude. So I'm happy to see him. He's kind of as our bridge quarterback, and we'll see, how long it takes Desmond to maybe take over the starting reins. If it'll be this year, next year, we'll see. But Marcus Mariota, I'm happy that he's going to be our bridge quarterback at least. And he's saying, look, this is an opportunity he's not taking for granted because he did get moved out of Tennessee. He did have to sit back behind Derek Carr for 2 years. He thought it was a nice reset for him to be able to sit back and kind of watch Derek Carr. He said he learned a lot from Derek Carr. So we'll see how Marcus Mariota handles this opportunity because, look, Marcus Mariota is still a fairly young guy. He's not necessarily old. So if by the off chance, and I'm not sold that this is going to happen, but I'm not saying it's not a possibility, Marcus Mariota could ball out and he could become our quarterback for the future, at least for a handful of years, because he's still got a lot left in the tank. So we'll see what happens with Marcus Mariota. He can still move about. He's mobile. So he's honestly more mobile than Desmond Ridder is. Desmond Ridder's mobile, but probably not as mobile as Marcus Mariota. So we'll see. Marcus Mariota, like I said, not taking this opportunity for granted. And if he balls out, you never know what can happen with this Atlanta Falcons football team. So Desmond Ridder said the same thing, said Mariota's been great ever since, he got there and since Marcus Mariota got there. And he's been learning and, everything's just good between Marcus Mariota and Desmond Ridder. The relationship is good. The relationship is great. So good stuff from everybody. Day one in training camp. Not too much going on, though. Cordell Patterson also talked a little bit. He said he wants to retire an Atlanta Falcon, and he believes that Arthur Smith is going to put the balls in the hands of the playmakers, which one of them is Cordell Patterson. He was a playmaker last year, and it seemed like the Falcons untapped and Arthur Smith untapped what all these other teams couldn't untap, and Cordell Patterson, the Falcons untapped that. So Cordell Patterson loves it here. Obviously, we re-signed him, and he says he wants to retire a Falcon, so we'll see if that happens. But those are just kind of some day one news and notes from training camp. And Atlanta Falcons training camp is underway. The season is getting closer, y'all. I'm ready for football season, man. I'm ready for football season to go ahead and get kicked off. I'm ready for the Hawks to start playing, too. When they're both playing at the same time, it'll be sweet, sweet sports bliss. So can't wait for September 11th to come around because of, the Falcons getting kicked off in Mercedes-Benz Stadium against the New Orleans Saints. That's going to be amazing, and I'm ready for the Hawks to get kicked off, too. I'm just ready for these other sports to get going. Obviously, the Braves are holding me over now, and I love watching the Braves as well. They're in the middle of a pennant race, a division race, so we'll see, but I'm itching, ready for football season to get kicked off, so it's getting close. The first preseason game is a week away from today. No, not today, tomorrow. A week away from tomorrow, I believe, is the Hall of Fame game, and the first preseason game for the Falcons is, I think, 2 weeks away from Friday. So it's all getting close. It's all ramping up. NFL training camp is here. And of course, whatever goes down during training camp, I'm going to be reacting to it and talking about it with you. So make sure you like this video, comment your thoughts, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you check out the link down below. To buy me a coffee to help fuel this channel, help fuel the Atlanta Falcons. Go ahead and drop your final Falcons win total in the comments. Well, how many games are you giving the Falcons this year? Tell me in the comments down below. Make sure your notification bells are turned on as well so you don't miss my content as soon as I drop it. So don't miss a single video or live stream with your notification bells turned on. Subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. And until I talk to you guys next time, make sure you stay true to Atlanta. Believe in Atlanta. Go Falcons. Peace.